Helltides are extremely important for Diablo 4's endgame, as they contain some of the most valuable loot. Hey, what's up guys? It's your man 4am again, back with a new guide, as today we're gonna talk about pretty much everything you need to know about Helltide events. How to officially farm for Forgotten Souls, Fiend Roses, and also unlock precious loot with mystery chests and so much more. So without further ado, let's get right to it. The most important reasons why you want to farm for Helltide events is because it's the only place where you can get your hands on some pretty rare materials for enchanting and crafting. So right here we have the Fiend Rose, a rare material which you're going to need for enchanting, while another one which you're going to need for that is the Forgotten Souls. So if I put my mace in this right here, you can see that we're going to need one Forgotten Soul and one Fiend Rose. So you want to farm these as much as possible during the event. Before you can find Helltides on your world, you're gonna have to unlock Nightmare difficulty, but then total time would be 1 hour. After the Helltide goes away, you're gonna have to wait for an entire hour and 15 minutes before another one pops up, so you definitely wanna be ready for when these events occur. You probably already noticed that when you're attending to one of these events, you will have a meter in the top right of the screen with also a currency, which are the Abborant Cinders. You want to farm these as much as possible because you're going to need those to open up chests. Inside these chests, you can find different types of gear, weapons, armor, and also jewelry, while you can also come across a mystery chest with even more loot. You're gonna need quite some Abborant Cinders, and I also recommend you to spend those as quick as possible, because if you die during the Helltide event, you will basically lose half of your currency. If you only have 10, you will lose 5, while if you have 200-300, you can lose up to 100 Cinders. The loot inside these chests is pretty RNG, while you can already see what kind of loot you can find inside. So right here it says tortured gift of jewelry. So we'll find necklaces and rings, while right here it says protection. So it can be a helmet, leg guards, or boots maybe. Unfortunately though, the loot inside is pretty RNG. So you can come across yellows, sacreds, essential, but also legendary uniques. The most important thing though is just to keep opening as many of these as possible during the time window the Helltide is active, as every single one of them can contain a couple Forgotten Souls. Fiend Roses are also exclusive to the Helltide event, so you won't be able to find them anywhere in the world except in these zones. So what you want to do is keep your eyes open for smaller plants that look a little bit like roses with a blue greenish glow around them. I had a lot of trouble locating these in my early Diablo 4 days, but if you know how to spot them, it's gonna be pretty easy. So just keep running in circles around the map, pick up as many of these roses as possible because you're gonna need a lot of these for endgame enchanting. You also want to search for the mystery chest, which is the most precious chest which you can find during this event. It's also the most expensive one, as you're going to need 175 Abborant Cinders to open it up, but you basically cannot spot it on the map. You can usually find it in smaller nooks and crannies, places which are a little bit more difficult to get to, but once you've located the chest, you basically want to put a pin right next to it on the map. So not exactly on top of it, because if you run away, it will simply disappear, but if you put a pin close to it, you will have it on forever. It's important to know though that these chests can also disappear and teleport to another area in the Helltide. So want to make sure that you get your hands on those cinders as quick as possible so you can turn them in for the sweet loot. During the Helltide, you will frequently come across these Obol events, and I definitely recommend you to save those Obols for the two-handed weapons. That's going to make the purchasing a little bit more efficient. And what I think is a pretty neat trick to quickly farm these Obol events is to basically, after you've finished them, teleport back to your base, stash some items into your chest and also sell all the rest which you're not gonna need, but then take the portal once again. You will have a pretty high chance that if you spawn back in the area, you'll be placed in a different layer on the Helltide, and that is usually one where a new event occurs. Sometimes people are already doing it, so you only have to spend a couple seconds there, and this will easily give you a ton of Obols and of course more rewards from the chests. Last but not least, we also have Kixxarth, the Helltide boss, an assassin who basically roams these lands, can deal quite some damage, but his HP pool is the biggest problem. On my lower levels, we weren't even able to take him down with like 5, while right now I can easily solo him, but still, I don't recommend you to spend your time on this guy, because it might take you and your party minutes to take him down, and the reward for him is usually not really worth it. I took him down at least 10 times and I never got my hands on something interesting. Who knows, he might drop cosmetics with a 1% chance, let's say. If that happened, please do let us know in the comments down below. But from my experience, after spending a lot of time at the game, I wouldn't recommend you to focus on this one because it's gonna take you a lot of time. Ladies and gentlemen, a big thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you found this video helpful, and of course, if you have more tips for the community about Helltides, let us know in the comments down below. But this is everything you need to know to be prepared for these events. Remember, 75 minutes wait time. Once they are gone, an entire hour. You want to farm this as much as possible to get the most out of it, but there you have it. Right now it's 4 AM out. I want to wish you an awesome day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.